Hi everyone, my name is Testimony Adebi and I'm the programs manager at Tech Semester. And if you're watching this that will mean you either are already in the tech space or you want to get into the tech space. And this conversation is about how to choose a career path in the tech space. Which one do you want to go for? Is it data science, product management, product design? Do you want to code? This session we're going to talk about how to choose one path for yourself. And I'm not alone this morning. I'm not alone. I have Mr. Maxwell, who is the founder and CEO of Symphony. He has a background in cybersecurity, data science, and now exploring artificial intelligence. Thank you so much, Mr. Maxwell, for joining today. All right, so I'll go to the first question, which would be, could you tell us a summarized version of your different career journey from, you have a diverse background and you're exploring different fields at the moment. Could you summarize, your career trajectory?
All right. Thank you for having me. In brief, I started my career in telecommunication. I mentioned data seconded at Zin, now Airtel, working as a support system administrator, supporting over 1,000 staffs in this role. There I'm responsible for supporting call center agents, maintaining user laptop, desktop, LAN switches, routers, resolving issues and ensuring that the staff productivity tools are functioning well. And briefly after that, I joined IBM, where I work with a team that redesign data center of Airtel, that is of IBM customer, and we created a zone network because they were using a proper a flat network then, and we actually appropriate handling of data center traffic. So this helps to use a security, a QoS, quality of service. We apply all these things to specific data centers because it is now a zone network. So this was using Nexus, which is Cisco routers, as the backbone, and Nexus 500 and 200 series as the access switch. So the solution was actually replicated among the Airtel, the whole Airtel Africa, of which I have to travel to Sierra Leone to implement theirs. And from there, I move on to Bloomberg TV Africa, where I function as an IT manager. And as an IT manager, I designed the whole entire network architecture, implementing key service provider technology like MPLS, which is multi-protocol switching, and then I use Cisco to deploy that. From there, I now move on to VBL, and where I function as the CTO. And as the CTO, I developed the standard operating procedures for the entire technical. I led the team that developed our web application, which we use to get partnership with Silverbird and Business Day, which is called Event Tracer. We use Python and mobile application. We use Python to design our applications and also React Native for the mobile native. So, and I later transitioned to become the general manager, where I used all the managerial skills to lead the team, the whole team, because VBL is made up of both media and technology. It's a media tech company. So I now begin to manage the both arms. And this, I was able to achieve some growth in the company. We were able to make some significant revenues. And I have helped digitalize Nigerian event industry through the launch of the Event Tracer application that we were able to develop. So me as a person, I have different career trajectory, starting strongly from the network background. I have moved from being a network engineer to being a cybersecurity engineer, to being a data analyst, to functioning as an IT consultant. So it is an experience that I have gathered for over 15 years now, which I'm using to implement to all the people that I support now or I consult now. Now I have my own company called Symphony, where I function as the CEO and also as the CTO as well. I do end-to-end support. I liaise with the stakeholders, the directors. We make sure that everything is working on the way it's supposed to be. So today, this is just a brief background of me. However, for my academic background, my first degree was in biochemistry. So from biochemistry, I went ahead to do information technology. From information technology in postgraduate, I went ahead to do my master's, and I also have MBA, Master's in Business Administration. Currently, I'm pursuing a PhD, and this is the institution, academic institution. In terms of certifications, I have also had several certifications, ranging from Cisco certification, Oracle certification, Microsoft certification, ISA certification, just to mention a few. I have certification in cybersecurity, in artificial intelligence, data analytics. At a point, I can't even tell you how many certifications I have now. Because certification has become part of me. I always make sure that at least every month I have to do certification I will use to implement something, or encountering a challenge that I want to do. Instead of me just to doing it anyhow, I have to make sure I get the certification, then come to implement it in real life. So this is just a very, very brief background about myself. Thank you, testimony.
Thank you very much. Wow. If this is a summary, I can imagine how the entire thing would be. That's really amazing. All right. So for my next question, it's going to be. Uh, I know many people say, "I was born for this. This is what I'm destined to do. I was born to be a journalist. I was born to be a programmer. I was born to do this. I was born to do that." What do you think about that kind of belief?
So when people say they are born to do this, literally, you can link in that to the environment where we are at the moment. Nobody choose to be a Nigerian. Nobody choose to be a Muslim or a Christian. You find yourself in that situation and you begin to do something about it. So there is, I don't believe there is someone is born for a particular career. Look at what is happening today. People are transitioning from different roles to different roles. People are retooling. Me, for example, I have shifted away from being a core network engineer to being a cybersecurity to now being an analyst, data analytics, and I'm moving into artificial intelligence. Okay, so there is no particular situation you can say that I am born to. For instance, I did biochemistry as my first degree. I could have been in the lab today testing people, or went into the medical school to study medicine and all that. It's something that, and you begin to choose what you want to do. Like I said earlier, if you find yourself being in Nigeria and you discover that Nigeria is not meant for you, you can relocate. If you find yourself being a Christian and you don't like Christianity, you can change. So there is nothing that I don't believe that you are born for a particular career. So nobody is born to be in tech, or to be in finance, or to be in oil and gas. It is the willpower for you to actually look at your inner self to see what you desire of doing, and then you go for it. Thank you.
So my next question is, what do you think we should consider? I want to pick a career path in tech. Now, tech is not, I like to say that it's different from other industries. Yeah, there's easy entry. So I can say today I want to do data analysis, and like 3 months in, and I'm like, I'm no more doing again. I want to go and do back end, and you have that in tech space. But then at the end of the day, you can spend so much time just dabbling here, and not really, you don't still know which one to pick. So what factors should one consider when choosing and building a career in tech?
Okay, so one should consider passion. Passion is the first thing that one has to consider. As I mentioned to you, I started in biochemistry, but the passion I have in technology lead me into IT. Okay, so it is passion that one has to actually look at, and passion is something that has to do with solving problems. So when you are this kind of person that likes solving problems, you will discover that you will go far in IT. Okay, I remember those days in school. Even as a biochemist, they used to hire me to go and open an email for them. That was in 2000, 2001. So the email, a lot of people don't know how to use cyber cafe then. So even those in engineering, I have to go follow them, help them to do their term paper, help them to solve the internet, to do their assignment. So we are going. I discovered that yes, I have interest in this, and I'm doing this with ease. So I believe is something that, and I'm solving their problem as well. So it's something that I have passion for, and I'm able to use it to solve problem. That's what the people, if you're going to coming into tech, that's what you should look at. But a lot of people are coming into tech these days because there is money, and when they eventually dab into it, they will just breeze in and breeze out because the passion is not there.
Thank you very much for that answer. So for someone like you who moved from networking to cybersecurity, which is still somehow related, but now you're exploring artificial intelligence, do you think one should consider transitioning into another space? At what point will I know that, okay, I think it's time to, I want to go into something new, something different, might not necessarily be new, something different, and how can I make a smooth transition?
Okay, so I believe that, for instance, someone like me is when you get to an expert level of what you are doing in IT. IT is very vast. So when you get to that level, you discover that, oh, you will like to try a new thing. Okay, so because when you remain at one level, diminishing return begins to occur. It's very important to actually identify that point. And once you identify it, you begin to learn new skills. And learning new skills will help you to keep abreast. You'll be at the frontier to new technology. Today, a lot of things are happening. In blockchain is coming up. NFT is coming up. I'm also into that direction as well as we speak, because is it website you cannot do? Is it network you cannot do? What is it you cannot do at this point? But this new technology that is coming, you will now begin to go into it to see what is actually happening. For those who are not into tech, I have bankers friends who are experts in what they are doing, but it seems that they are saturated already and they want to move and come into tech. The basic question I ask them is interest. Tech is vast. What do you have interest in? And they said, oh, my interest is I can use Excel very well and I can do analyze data and all that. You see that this person actually is going into data analytics. The other people will tell you that I can do PowerPoint presentation, I can do graphics you are using, I'm the one that is doing it. That this actually do good in UI UX design. So from the interaction, you know that yes, this person is have chosen this path, and you know yes, come into tech. At that point, the person is due to come into tech and be able to explore other potentials. So that's the way I can say that it is actually when you feel saturated at what you are doing that you actually begin to look for exit or come into tech.
Amazing answer. Thank you so much, sir. So find something that piques your interest that relates to that is also in the tech space. If you are transitioning from a space that's not exactly use tech, and but if you are already in the tech space and looking to go into another part, you can also look for what other parts align with your own interest. Amazing. Thank you so much, sir, for that answer. My next question would be, how does transferable skills help shape your career choice?
Okay, so I will first let you know that transferable skills are variable as makers of your ability to work effectively in team or to lead as a team, right? So because if you don't know what is transferable skills, that is just the brief summary of it, right? It's something that you can pass on to someone else. Okay, so now you are asking how it can help someone to make a career choice. Just as I mentioned previously, these skills are something you have acquired already. You've looked at yourself and see that yes, I'm good in designing. When you are coming into tech, you will see that you have to align with these skills that you have into being a UI or US design, because you can actually transfer that skills of ability to identify good design, ability to do something that is good aesthetics. So likewise, someone who understands product design the same way someone who also understands how a network looks like. So is something that is very good that you use these skills and align yourself to this particular sector in IT.
Amazing. Amazing. My final question is going to be, now yes, everyone wants to get into tech, but are there is the tech space for special people? What do I need to have to go into the tech space? What are the requirements for transition, either for transitioning or just breaking into the tech space?
There is no particular requirement for you to come into tech, and because tech is very diverse. As I mentioned, it's just the willpower, it's just the passion, it's just the enthusiasm. Do you have that charisma to carry on? Are you interested in it? Once you have that interest, you can actually come in. And coming in, you need to get like a mentor. If you want to go far, if you want to actually go far, you need to get like a career mentor who is going to help you to have like a pipeline of training that will actually help you to run into this job that you desire. So what I will tell anyone who is trying to get into tech, look for an organization like Tech Semester, where the people who are new into technology can actually come and they will show you the path for you to actually make progress into the tech space. Not only that, they will show you this path, they will give you the resources, they will give you a helping hand, they will mentor you, and at the end of the day, even help you to get that desired job that you are looking for. So this is my advice to anyone who wants to come into tech.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful conversation with you, sir, this morning. Whosoever is watching this, rather, find just find something that aligns with your interest, which you already have. And there's a lot of buzz around the tech space, but really anyone can break into it. All you need is the willpower, just like Mr. Maxwell said. Thank you so much once again, sir. This was a wonderful, wonderful conversation.